Hello and welcome to Nerdarchy for Nerds by Nerds. I'm Nerdarchy Dave. Tonight we're going to be playing some Other Skies using the D666 system, our very own role-playing system that has been spawned from the Zoo Mafia game that we're currently have on Kickstarter. And someday we will actually throw that switch against once enough of you follow that campaign. So we're actually doing a do-over. It's been a few weeks, I know. We've had a couple bad weeks of getting this game going. And last week we had technical difficulties right after we started. So we actually played a little bit. That session, or the 20 minutes of that session, which is probably more like 15 minutes or less, is still on there as session 110A. And this will be the session. Included in the recap is what happened in that little bit of time that we did game. Of course, you probably know myself and Nerdarchist Ted, but we also have Jezi, Carlos, and Bobby hanging out with us with links down in the description. Go follow them and check them out. With that, let's jump into our recap so we can start playing. So the recap from session 9 Between Worlds, previously on the Screaming Night Commandos. Victory at Precinct 31 feels like a lifetime ago. Hollow triumph that cost you the safety of a child and the presence of your heavy hitter. After Pips was snatched by a swarm of corrupted flying rats, you tracked her through the guts of the city to a massive Aether battery where the veil between worlds had been worn paper thin. Following a whisper from Osmagos Fang, Lucian used the dagger to tear open a rift in reality, leading the squad into the between place, a nightmare realm of bruised skies and impossible geometry. But a portal snapped shut. The unthinkable happened. Rook was caught on the rift's in the rift's throat, lost in the silence between worlds, descended into the vertical labyrinth of jagged crags and lightless gorges, where you bypassed blind sandworms and packs of monkey-pawed rabbits, known as mobits, only to face the gorge stalker. Through a desperate combined effort, Snaggle drove a crystalline quill into the beast's throat, shattering it and revealing the dark tech the cult uses to corrupt the city's ether. Deep in those canyons, you found an unlikely ally in Malcolm, helping him wrench a parasitic dark rider from his mind and earning a guide for the road ahead. But the wasteland had one more echo of the past to give up. In a shimmering thin spot of the canyon wall, you caught a final translucent glimpse of Rook, locked in a brutal running battle against stalking horrors. In a desperate final surge of strength, he reached through the veil to pass a piece of himself back to you. Through the rift slammed shut, and Rook was dragged into the lightless void. His mission was successful. Snaggle now holds Magellan once more. Now, with the dagger reclaimed and Malcolm at your side, you stand at the base of the Cathedral of the Void, a monolithic non-Euclidean nightmare of Rugo stone and weeping black wool that defies every law of sanity. The mirror alignment is screaming toward full shift, and the preacher's song is reaching a crescendo, mostly contained. The doors to the impossible is in front of you. Pips is the key, Fang is the guide, and the heavy hitter is truly gone. How you plan to infiltrate the house of your enemy. So last session, Malcolm laid out three ideas: frontal assault, climb up to the cathedral from the depths of the gorge, and try and look for a alternate way into the building, or try your luck with passing through the caverns and perhaps finding a way up into the underbelly of the cathedral from beneath.
Lucian was all about trying to find another way around. Whether we sneak around or whether we try to go under, he's good with those. Direct assault
All right.
does not appeal to him.
I'm down with whatever.
Literally, Hope was like polishing off his weapons. Like, oh, okay, yes, sir. Like,
Yeah,
getting ready.
a direct would probably work.
Oh, is that two? Is that two votes for a direct?
We're not a direct approach party, especially without Rook. Am I wrong?
I mean, you're not wrong about me. I'm a rogue. I'm a spy. I like go in and infiltrate.
Sure. Which is, when I like to be smart and plan and what have you.
So, like, I look over to the group and say, and one by one, I just ask your rank.
You ask what?
One by one, I ask everybody their rank.
Oh,
Rank? Do we have ranks in here?
I don't know.
Snaggle
I don't
rank
know.
is
Streaming commandos have
classified.
ranks?
On a need-to-know basis.
Hope no have clearance for Snaggle rank.
Excuse me.
So
Well-
there are ranks. You guys belong to a special unit, which kind of puts you above the rank and file. Like you guys would be like SWAT, right? Basically, but no one among you has got rank, unless someone says they do and want to have it. Then I'm down. But you can't all be like captains and sergeants.
Yeah, like literally, I'm the newcomer and whatever. So I'm just like, I'm the old newcomer.
My interpretation of your question was kind of like, all right, well, what's your rank? Like you're trying to put yourself above
No,
us.
absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like, I mean, it's been sort of established already that like Hope is the grizzled veteran and shit, but he's joining your crew. You know what I mean? So
Right.
he's like,
which is why I was a little confused.
he's just trying to say, well, then who's making the call? That's essentially the question he's asking.
So I'll turn to the kobold. So, what do you feel is the best approach?
Snaggle thinks maybe get more information.
So, get closer before we make the choice.
Yes. Maybe
Right,
sneak
what about
up
you?
and find way to spy and see where is the cult keeping child.
I'm all about getting more information before making decisions. What about you, Seraphine?
I mean, obviously, this isn't the roll in with guns blazing type of group. So I would agree. More information and the least upfront, most discreet way possible.
All right. Hope, does that sound acceptable to you?
Sir, my orders were to assist the Screaming Knight Commandos. And you know what? If it means a successful mission, give me your order, sir.
Well, I'm not in charge of this place. We're not even in Haven anymore. I look around, kind of gesturing at the weird space around us. We have to rely on each other.
Agreed.
I think that is the only way forward. And the slightest miscalculation, misstep, and not only could Pip not come home, but we might not come home.
Honestly, what I saw back at the precinct, I always thought this was a one-way mission, but if we can make it back to the other side, whoo howdy, I'll be excited.
Until I stop moving or there are no options, there is always a plan, always the expectations of success.
Oh, I never said we wouldn't succeed. I said it'd be probably one way.
Well, the success is the return of Pip. Return, we're not going to just shove a child through a gateway. We have to escort her back. That is success.
I mean, excuse me for sounding a little callous, if you will. But yes, this is the return of the girl. Excellent. but we're at the gates of our enemy. It's time to deal mortal blow.
You've been with the Commandos for some time. There are always more enemies. So I will gesture forward to whoever is leading, whether it be Malcolm or Scraggle.
I think Snaggle will lead to look for traps, because I feel like as we're approaching, there's a lot more likelihood to be like traps and things coming up. So I just want to be aware of those if possible.
All right, so Malcolm's going to move with you. He kind of takes you to, like, ironically, what looks like might be a goat path or something. And kind of leads you, he's like, this is the way that, that I escaped before I ran down this way. Once I got out of the cathedral. So, he leads the group up, and as you kind of, crest the top of the gorge, you can see the approach to the cyclopean threshold, where the air grows heavy with the smell of whetstone and etheric decay. Ahead the main gates loom as gargantuan slabs of night black stone carved with ancient symbols that seem to writhe and pulse with a sinister life of their own. The silence of the wasteland is shattered by the wet, squamish sounds of movement as void creatures, undulating mounds of flesh and eyes rise from a slimy black oil pooling at the base of the pylons.
That's awful.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds gross.
They do not call for help. They simply uncoil their blasphemous tentacles, preparing to drag anything that draws near into the dark.
Don't
So that
love
would be the front gate.
Can we sneak around and look for a secret entrance or a secret escape, maybe?
Yeah, you absolutely can.
Perhaps a secret tunnel.
Secret
So,
tunnel! Can't help myself.
Yeah, if you want a secret tunnel, you're probably going to have to go back down the path.
Oh, okay.
Unless you want to find, you can probably look for another way in here, like not through the front gate, though. I don't recommend that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to find a way to, like, spy, basically. I want to get more information, whether that's looking through a window, whether that's, like, eavesdropping. I'm not really sure what this looks like fully.
Sure. So as you do that, I imagine you kind of maybe like crouch down and you're kind of like looking around, and you're, but your gaze kind of wanders away from the certain depth of the front gate toward a narrow oblique crack in the cathedral's base. This fissure, carved by decades of weeping black oil, is barely wide enough to accommodate a human frame. Looks like you might be able to slip in there, possibly, without the sentries noticing.
Okay. Let's go for it.
All right.
What am I rolling?
So we need.
Are you coming back and letting us know, or are you and Malcolm sneaking off ahead of us?
Well, I picture, because this is a small crack, Snaggle's gonna go in and just see where it leads and see what he can glean information-wise from there before coming back out to you.
Good. Okay.
Like, if I can get us a pathway closer to Pips, that's ideal, right? So we have less garbage
100%.
to fight through.
100%.
All right. So in a moment, I'll have you roll precision.
Okay. We love that for us.
But so you slip aside just as the sentry's many eyes begin to turn. The sanity-bending geometry of the internal skeleton groans around you as a monstrous labyrinth of stone that feels less like a building and more like a living thing, living thing's awaiting throat. As you kind of work your way in. Now let's see how you did as far as not being spotted.
All right. We're not going to gloss over the sanity bending terrain.
But you're not there. Snaggle's there right now.
Sure.
It probably
Well-
looks like AI made it.
Really bad AI made it, yes.
Super slop.
Like the very early days, 6 fingers, the whole 9.
6 fingers in the mouth.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a 9, which I'm pretty sure is with a consequence, right?
It is. Okay. So, you slip in
Oh,
the...
and I got doubles.
Okay.
If that matters.
It always matters.
Yeah, I got
doubles,
double
partial
fives.
success. It means you gain an ether. So as you on your way in, you slip in the black weeping oil. You take 1 wound from the jagged stone
Ooh.
and gain 1 corruption as the oil seeps
Ow,
into your
that's a
skin.
severe consequence.
So I mean, if you have anything that mitigates damage, you won't take the wound, but you'll
Oh, I
still
do.
gain the.
Okay, I keep forgetting I have armor. Okay, so Snaggle kind of slips and like his armor catches, and now it's like torn. And even though it looks just as ratty as before, he feels bad because it is worse. But the corruption is concerning because this is probably similar to that feeling I had earlier when we were dealing with that monster that was inside our guide, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not a fan of that. So Snaggle's sniffing around and he's looking for where they're keeping Pips.
Okay. So you've kind of found an entry, but you're gonna have to go much deeper
Okay.
to do that. I don't know if you want to move away from the party that much or from the rest of the crew that much, but also they haven't detected you yet. But there are some smaller versions moving around through the halls of those creatures that are at the gates.
Oh, the
They're
nasty
not the
tentacle eye things?
Yes, but they're little ones in comparison.
They're little Metroids.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit because we are trying to get information, and if I leave without information, it's not really helpful. So let's.
Well,
go.
you found a way in.
Yeah, I want to see if I can find where Pips is at. We're gonna gamble.
Based on what you could see from the outside of the cathedral and the vision that was granted to Seraphag, you surmise it's going to be at the center of the cathedral.
Oh, I just can figure out it's at the center.
Yeah, because you kind of see you can see the outside of the building, and at the center it's almost domed. The geometry doesn't quite work here, and it's that that really twisted stained glass.
Gotcha. Okay. If I'm pretty confident in that, I'll leave them so I can tell everybody.
All right. You kind of know how to go now, so I'm not going to make you re-roll.
Oh,
Bobby?
I'm very glad because when I set these down, I got triple ones.
But everyone else is going to roll. But because you have a guide, you can roll with karma.
What are you rolling? Precision?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. I should be fine.
Okay.
Heck yes. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Oh,
Well, let's just say that's XP.
Oh,
Matter which
shit.
dice I'm looking at. Heck, you know what? I could add all 3 together, and I still get XP.
oh no,
Nice.
that's rough, Ted.
I rolled an uno dos tres.
Ooh wee.
What's a 7? Is that success or no?
Yeah, it's
Success
success
with
with consequences. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're going to also take a wound and a corruption.
Excellent.
because as Snaggle's like, and don't step in that spot right there, and you're like, as your foot goes right in it. Carlos, you.
Oh no, my corruption popped.
Oh,
Oh,
no! No!
That's good. Well, you gain a talent.
Okay.
You can zero out your corruption.
Okay.
Hope is saying we rolled with karma, people. What's happening?
Yeah. Well, you know.
I just noticed. I don't know how long it's been out. Well, 1 minus max for. Well.
So I don't know if it's just the fate of karma with the corruption coalescing around Sarah Faye right now, or the fact that Lucian kicks a loose stone, sending it down the Cyclopean halls. When just as one of these lesser void creatures is going by, and I'm guessing my hard move. See, Ted failed, but you popped your corruption meter at the very worst time.
Yeah. Go big or go home.
Yeah, I agree.
Mostly contained, right?
Yeah, so as you slip and fall, like begin falling forward at the same instant that Lucian kicks the stone, the thing turns and lashes out. It kind of like lunges forward. It's just this like mound of like writhing flesh full of eyes and tentacles and teeth and mouths moaning softly. You actually knock Lucian to the ground, which is fortunate for him. Unfortunate for you, I am going to need you to make a resist the tides check using might.
Me?
No, Sarafay.
Okay.
You said might?
Yes.
6.
Oh, all right. So you will take a wound as it begins wrapping this tentacle around you that has mouths all along it, and they're kind of chomping on you. You have restrained one, which means until you use a move that technically just does nothing, you're restrained. Who's doing what? Sarafay is being pulled towards this mass of flesh. The hall.
Well,
you guys are in.
Before I'm able to react, what are my consequences for failing?
You alerted the creature.
Okay.
Does
Can I blast said creature? Try and distract it?
You may try. What were you saying, Carlos?
I got a 12. Does that give anybody +1 forwards or?
No.
Okay, I was just checking.
I will give you a +1 forward though for the critical success.
Thanks,
Oh,
but I don't need it.
Well, for the next thing you try. Plus, you can always turn forwards into damage if you don't think you need it to hit.
Okay.
Or do whatever you're trying to do. Holy shit!
Where is? I rolled a 15.
My man.
That's pretty impressive off of 2 dice.
Yeah, I rolled the ether and the talent symbol, and I got
Okay.
a +3 on my my will. So
All right.
that's
So you
15.
gain 3 talent, 1 ether. Uh,
Well, I'm gonna spend talent and ether to dump as much damage into this as I can, so I can spend up to 3 talent and 3 ether. Right.
yes.
All right. So I gain ether when I spend it. Um, so does that add 6 damage doing that?
Yes.
All right. So and then the crit does another 1. So
Yes.
that's 7, 8 damage with my blast.
Holy smoly.
This is so basically you hit this thing with a beam of ether, and like if it had a skeleton, you'd be like you able to see it. You lit it up so good, and it just turns into a puddle of goo.
So dumping on the fact that I utterly failed my last roll, I imagine there's a primal release, so I'm not being quiet with this.
Oh, okay.
I gotta be stupid here. So
Literally, as Hope kind of like cocked back the gun at the beast and just sees this shit gets evaporated, he kind of like takes his gun and takes his finger off the trigger and just starts.
So basically, like you guys come in, you basically find like a crack or a fissure in the structure itself that brings you into one of the interior hallways, right? That runs parallel to the building, right? So you're at a T. You Lucian and Seraphe kind of stumble into the hall as as the thing was getting ready to go around the corner, but it's alerted because the noise. It shoots out a tentacle engulfing Seraphe, and then Lucian freaks out and just blasts it with pure ether, turning this thing into a puddle of goo. And then is severing the tentacle that just kind of goes limp and falls down around Seraphe like someone hula hooping badly. But your scream of rage alerts another creature that was going the other way, because apparently they're just like cross paths or whatever.
of course, yep.
And you see a tentacle.
I was helping out the party so that they get some combat too.
Yeah. So you're seeing the back of the creature like go around the corner, then all of a sudden a tentacle shoots out with an eye on it and looks around the corner, making eye contact with Lucian.
As Hope gets back from clapping his gun, he's like, "Oh shit! I should put my finger back on the trigger." Fires at said big ol' eye.
All right.
Thank you.
Now you have a
for
+1 that you can choose to use to convert the damage, or you can use it to your roll now.
Oh, no, sorry, yeah, my dice fell, sorry, yeah. Just gonna reroll the singular.
What are you doing with that forward?
5, 6, 7. Is 7 a success or not?
Success with
7.
consequences.
Successful consequences.
I'll take the consequences and put it towards damage.
Well, the +1 would have still been consequences, but
Okay, well.
you're at the bottom. All right. How much do you do? 3, right?
Yes.
Okay. So as you blast it, in the back, like you actually end up like shooting through it, ricocheting off the weird geometry of this building, and it hit like almost hitting it twice,
Oh shit.
slamming it into the wall. You hear it splat, but that splat sends the goo in your direction,
Oh man.
showering you with some of it, giving you 1 corruption.
I'm already max, baby. How far more can I be?
That just took you to 10.
I've been at 10 since.
No, if you when you max, it resets
Oh, okay. So
because it resets and you get a talent, and something bad happens generally.
okay, something bad hasn't happened to me then, because
It popped last time.
Yeah, it
did
popped
with the
last
giant
time, and you,
monster.
Okay, so I'll just reset my corruption and add that talent.
yeah. Matter of fact, I think that happened when someone you were helping someone, and that happened, and that's how Lucien had his foot impaled.
My bads.
Or vice versa. But either way, you guys are probably not going to want to stay here.
Snaggle is going to whip around, and he's a little bit like snarling, but not in like the angry way, in like the animal way. And he says,
If everyone in party wants to be loud and big boom, then Snaggle will take advantage and use party as distraction and go find Pips. Otherwise,
So
Which
there's
way
a
you guys
moment.
going, right or left?
There's a moment where like Lucian's eye kind of twitches, and for just a fraction of a second, like he's about to be like, "How dare you!" but he stops himself. He looks down at the dagger, and keeps silent.
So who's leading? Malcolm is not with you guys. He left you guys at the gorge. Basically said, see you on the flip side." Yeah.
"Let's storm at the castle."
There it is.
Let me know what
There it is.
happens. Send me a postcard.
He's like,
Bye-bye.
"You seem to have this mostly contained. I'll wait here."
After this, we need to change our name to Barely Contained.
Depending upon how the next couple episodes go, we won't know if it's contained or not. It might be uncontained.
So right or left?
Good adventurers go left, as Robin always says.
Indeed. Let's honor their spirit.
Yes.
All right. So you follow around. You follow the corridor to the left. It banks to the right. And at this point, it's kind of moving. You guys are moving away from the front gates and the horrors that awaited you out there. When you come to a 4-way intersection, you have more of these creatures coming from every direction but one. They're coming from the way you came. They're coming straight ahead, and one is coming from the other left, my good adventurers. But the fourth direction, there seems to be like a archway, and the weirdness of the geometry of this place in that direction does not extend.
So is that the way to go, or is that a trap?
I mean, no way to really know unless we go, right?
Are there like rocks or like little pieces of rubble around?
Yeah, you could probably find some debris.
I'll pick a rock up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If not, you
throw it
probably
down
had
there.
something on you that you could use.
Yeah, I can use telepathic or telekinesis to throw something down there.
So you chuck something through the archway, and you get the briefest glimpse of what's beyond, which only furthers to kind of break the architecture that you've experienced thus far. And also, like, as your rock passes through the archway, it kind of ripples almost like water on a pond. And then as that happens, you can kind of see that there's a chamber beyond, with statues and some kind of like reflecting pool or something.
Does it look like what I saw in the vision where Pips is?
No.
Okay. I will relay that it does not appear to match the vision.
By any chance,
So it either goes further or it's not it.
And the squelching sounds from the 3 different directions gets louder.
Out of curiosity, does the little compass thing we jerry-rigged together, is that still assembled or not?
I think you disassembled it to reclaim your shotgun.
Got it.
And the dagger has been kind of helping Lucian.
Got
Yes.
it.
Helping.
Helping.
Yep, helping. Yep, helping.
Quote marks.
So quick, you guys need to decide that things are going to be on you.
I'm gonna.
We're gonna go the direction that they're not coming from.
Yeah, same.
Sounds logical to me.
Rather not fight them if we can.
All right. So the sanity-bending nausea of the cathedral's halls vanishes instantly as you step through the archway. You've entered a chamber that radiates a strange energy you've never probably experienced before. It's a massive hall of grain stone that acts as a stabilized anchor in this non-Euclidean labyrinth. The architecture here is ancient and perfect. 13 cyclopean statues of the old gods ring a perfectly still reflective pool at the center of the hall. You recognize the human deities, a dwarven patriarch, the gnomish and kobold masters, and the lone elven deity. But among them stands a statue of a small, sturdy-looking individual in rustic attire, a race none of you recognize and whose name is absent from every archive in Haven. For Lucy and Hope, the atmosphere is more than just quiet. The very Aether here feels different. In Xantara, Aether is wild and untamed, an untamed horse that must be broken every time you draw upon it. Here it is calm, peaceful, and almost eager to serve. Looking back toward the door, you see the void creatures passing by the threshold. They don't even turn their many eyes toward you, as the room simply does not exist in their perception.
Pretty insane.
What is this other statue that we don't recognize? What type of person it is? What does that look like exactly?
It looks like a small human, completely proportionate. Proportionate.
Proportionate.
Yep.
So, like, are we talking proportionate in, like, a human drank a shrinking potion? Or is this, like, halfling? Or a gnome?
Like a halfling.
Okay.
Is there anything that we want to glean off of these statues, folks?
Well, I could use my precognition.
And I've got sight beyond sight, so I was like,
Yeah.
we could kind of pool our resources. We got some stuff we could do.
Yeah.
I guess while they're doing that, I'll look around the room and see if there's anything interesting or hidden. Like, if there's a secret passage, I don't know. I'm thinking Scooby-Doo brain right now.
Okay, so as you're kind of like looking around, everything is super old but like super well crafted. Like everything, has been sculpted from clearly a master sculptor. The stonework is immaculate and perfect. None of the weirdness from this other place is here. The water seems clean, like from a fresh spring. And also, the room almost has a little bit of a smell to it, like just after after a fresh rain. It was just clean.
I've got a 7, so I can get one question
Well,
Something
I
specific.
rolled an 11.
So that means you get 3, right? Or is that
It's
2?
different. I get 2.
Okay.
So we got 3 questions we can ask, folks. What do we want to know?
I think it's probably important that we know how we get home or how we get back, and also.
Well, I think we know how we're getting back. We're gonna just travel back to where we were and open a new rift.
Okay.
I want to like about these statues, about these people. Like, are any of them like attached to the good side? Are they all, evil things? Like,
Is it a yes/no question or is it any type of question?
oh no, it's open ended. This is not a, this is not D&D.
Okay, because my first thought is like if we just ask all of them, who are you, right?
We get 1 question. I can't.
Oh.
I would have to burn 5 talent to analyze all the statues all at once.
Oh, gotcha.
Me being facetious, Hope is thinking like, why does this child look so manly? But again, that's not the question we need answered.
Yeah, and even like his garb is a little weird because it's rustic, but rustic in a way, like rustic doesn't mean anything to your group for the most part because you all live urban lives in cities, right?
Okay, so
So,
I'm
so
I'm
those are a
gonna
little
I'm
weird.
gonna be vague in my question, and you can choose to do what you want with it and how much you reveal. Uh, but what is the significance of this chamber?
So so the you get a combination of images and sensations.
Okay.
And it's almost like a collage hitting you all at once. And the main takeaway is 13 rituals being performed by what looks to be religious figures. And most of the participants in any group of 13 is and the number per grouping is different. They're not all the same, right? But there are 13 of them, which coincides with the 13 cities. And like the dwarves the dwarves and the gnomes are all dwarves and gnomes in that group. The elves are all elves in that group. The race that you're unsure of, they're all together. And then like there's also then a mixing, a smattering of humans working with kobolds and gnomes in some of the other groups. But um you're watching a working where that looks like is being coordinated across the faces on Terra by these different groups at the same time, beseeching deities. Now, religion exists in Zontara, and you're all familiar with it, um, but they tend to be more monolithic in nature and more spiritual. It's not like a D&D pantheon per se. But you're probably familiar with those things from stories and tales, and that's what it kind of makes you think of.
So they look like they're doing religious rites.
Yes, a giant ritual that was
Okay.
coordinated amongst the 13 cities.
Which that in and of itself shows coordination, which isn't likely, isn't something that would be common, present today, even though things are a little bit better than they were, 30 years ago. It's still nowhere near what this is. and I would point that out and share literally how kind of ridiculous that concept sounds.
Now,
So-
Seraphic,
Yeah, okay. So I thought about what I want to kind of work on. And I want to
Okay.
focus on the god we don't know.
okay.
And if I can kind of figure out where in the, like, because my stuff is more geared to the future,
Mm-hmm.
but try to figure out where in the time frame of the universe this was. Like, is this a futuristic goal? Are we in some kind of weird plane? We're in a different time? Or is this like far, far past?
This is far, far past. This would be something from the second age. You guys are now in the third age. Some scholars are arguing possibly the fourth, but it is from a
Do we
previous
know-
age.
Do we know, based off of what you've just said, whether it was before they were flying cities?
So yes, second age and previous is before flying cities.
Okay, awesome.
So I mean, yeah, the time, and then focusing on the god that you're not familiar with, you kind of see you see these people, and they just seem so like homely, not in like the like ugly way, but in like just like homebodies and good natured, and you just see like it seems like they're just living life as if everything is a party, without being debaucherous. It's more about like fellowship and friendship and sharing, and giving and taking care of your neighbors and your family, is what you get from the figure that you're not familiar with.
Out of character, straight Shire vibes.
Basically, yes.
Do I figure out his name or like where he went?
Oh,
Yeah.
so I guess so. The other thing I'll give you is, that this statue is meant to depict a deity of of a race called halflings. You don't know what a halfling is, but
But they
maybe
don't
maybe there's
necessarily exist right now that we know.
right, or if you've heard of them, it is in like fairy tales and stuff.
So they didn't make it to the sky, basically.
No,
Well, let's
or if they did, they didn't stay there.
Would it be fair to say that halflings in this world are comparable to like Atlanteans in our world? Like a race of
Nah,
people
nah.
that's gone?
I would say no, not even. Like they just like anything that would refer to them would be more like myth and fairy tales.
Okay, so like we're not even sure they ever existed.
Correct.
Okay.
If that's the case, Hope is still pondering about this child that they decided to idolize. Like, man.
But then, like, as you kind of like explore the chamber, because it's a decent sized chamber, and there's carvings all along the walls, and like as you look, it does kind of it starts telling a bit of a story too, about a great evil being locked away and banished, banished to a void. Whether it's the void they came from or not is unclear.
I mean,
Both, but like I said, both you, Lucian, and Hope, the Ether in this place feels much different to you.
Oh.
How so?
Well, when you channel Ether, you're always fighting it to get it to do what you want in the way you want it to, the way you want it to work. Like, it's actually easy to get it to do something, but controlling it is the hard part, right? It's like the difference between you wanting to use a garden hose and it wanting to be a fire hose.
Mm.
Okay.
But here it just feels like it just there's a willingness to conform to whatever you want. And Hope, as an Etherfeister, the reason people use Etherfeist in this realm is so that they can safely control Ether, right? You need to put something between you and it, where a lot of Etherfeisters and people in general think Ethermancers are insane because they just directly wield it through them. And there's many cases where it will literally burn their bodies or minds out. So it's not safe. Ethermancers are like electricians that don't turn off the electricity while they work.
Wow, that's goofy. Oof.
But in
I
here,
turned
it
off the entire
feels a
box.
lot different.
Oof. Okay. So in that garden hose to I guess fire hose comparison, does it feel kind of like, I don't know, the hose is kind of like my best friend now? Like,
Kind of, yeah. So tell you what, give me an intellect.
I am happy I maxed out those and precision. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It doesn't matter if bad karma is showing as long as it's not doubles, or does it matter?
So if the corruption die is showing, it just means you get a corruption.
Okay, well, I already maxed it out once. I can do it again.
So you think that you could probably put together like a battery to store some of this ether for Lucian to use without an issue.
Yeah, sure. I look around. Do I see anything that I could probably use?
I mean, you probably have gear that you can, as an Etherfeister, you would just have stuff on you that you're kind of like an inventor kind of. So
Sure, yeah. Yeah, so I start. Hold on.
all right, give me another intellect to see how well you do.
Alrighty. Hopefully, no more corruption shows up.
Are you gonna borrow my dagger?
This is confusing here.
Okay.
So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 total, comma, but
Okay.
back corruption is showing and neutral karma is showing.
Okay, so you got Ether and corruption shown. That just means you gain a tick of each.
Cool.
No doubles, all right?
Double sixes.
Well,
Or
double sixes, yeah.
All right, so and you said 12 plus, so you're also going to gain 2 talent.
Talent.
Sure. By the way, I've been stockpiling these talents. What do we do with them?
There's
Using the booster rolls.
So there's a couple of
Using the
things you
booster
can.
powers.
You have special things you can do with your powers that are listed under the power under burn,
Okay.
but then there's also generic things that you can do as well.
Okay, I see.
I don't know, Ted, if you got the moves open, if you could just throw it in the chat for him. Might be
I
too
thought
much
it
for
was in
the
a chat. In Discord.
Yeah, it's in Discord for sure. I just meant for a quick reference for now anyway.
But yes, it's a 12, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, yes.
But so you're able to store up to 10 ticks of ether that an ether ficer can use, right? To power their channelings from. And what these 10 ticks do, normally when an ethermancer burns ether, it increases the amount of ether in their body. It doesn't go down, right? But this gives them a well of 10 to draw from that won't affect you normally. It will work outside the normal rules.
Okay. And correct me if I remember something that I thought I read. I burn it at a different ratio or something like that?
Yeah. You have a special ability that lets you tap into ether. It's either like 2 to 1 or 3 to 1. It would probably, it'll say it right on your
Yes,
it's one of your moves.
Oh yeah, 3 to 1.
Yep.
In place
Normally you can't just burn ether, but ether ficers can burn a bunch of it to get a small effect. Basically, 3 to 1 means basically something you do for 1 talent. You could use 3 ether for. But you can also combine that with talent if you're spending it. So,
God damn. Sounds like a lot can get done in one turn.
Snaggle, while you're investigating, while they're doing that kind of stuff, you find yourself staring into the water of the reflective pool.
Okay.
And as you do, you feel a calm come over you. And the water just seems very inviting and just looks really yummy.
He's gonna go for it. Snaggle is not afraid of licking walls, so he will go for it.
That's true.
He's gonna take a drink of the water after sniffing it with his waggly snout.
Oh, and it smells really good. Give me a give me a will or a might.
Okay, I prefer will. Okay. Well, interesting. So, I got triple 4s, which puts me at a 9.
Okay. So that means one, you roll trips, so you are going to be able to do a heroic or sacrifice move.
Okay. So the sacrifice move, I can take a corruption from somebody else, right?
You can, let's see. You can take a wound from another player. You can take a point of insanity from another player. You can give another player a +1 forward and suffer a -1 forward yourself.
I'm going to do that one.
Okay.
And I want to give it to Seraphe.
Okay.
Thank you.
So as you drink the water, though, any wounds you have heal.
Oh.
But the sight of the unknown god fills you with a deep, inexplicable sense of loss. You're restored, but you can't shake the feeling that something once forgotten can never truly be saved. And the water just tastes really good too.
Yeah. So Snaggle has this weird ambivalent, like, sadness and comfort. And then he'll approach everyone else and say, watering corner, good for healing. Also maybe make you sad.
What do you mean make you sad?
Maybe
This place honors something that cannot come back. Does not know. Snaggle is not magic. Snaggle does not know magic.
And he kind of like shakes his head and tries to like shake out whatever magic he thinks is invading his mind.
Could I use? Okay, so this is gonna sound crazy,
Okay.
but I have the empath thing,
Mm-hmm.
but it's more to charm someone or like manipulate. But could I like try to charm the water to tell me what it is? Sounds crazy.
So you want to reach out telepathically to the water.
Mm-hmm. And since it's giving sad emotions, I was thinking that I don't know.
Yeah, give me a will.
And you have that forward.
I do. So with the forward and no bonuses, that puts me at 10. So with my will, that's 13.
Okay. So as you reach out, you do encounter emotions and thoughts, but you know they're echoes. They're left over from another time and another place. And while this isn't unheard of for a psychic to pick up these kind of emanations from, people that have passed, but usually it's more recent, right? Like they're lingering after effects of the psyche. These lingering effects are, hundreds, thousands. You don't even know how old they are. Like that should be like almost impossible. And also like the weight of time kind of comes with it as well. But you're able to weather it. Your psyche is strong. Your will is laser focused. Had a lesser mind encountered this, it may have crushed them. So your mind has brushed up against something. Not only is it that it's just so old, but there's like this power to it that you can't really explain or even fathom the magnitude. But it did feel benevolent in nature.
Snaggle
I'll
will-
relay some of this information. Like it's a stretch.
Snaggle approaches Seraphe while you're looking into the water because he can kind of tell what you're feeling because he's felt it. And so he just like lays one of his little paw hands on your back and just kind of pats.
He's okay.
It's not bad. It doesn't.
Yeah, and
mean
it's
the
definitely
harm.
not. You don't. Unless Sarah wants to, you don't get the sadness that Snaggle got or the loss. Instead, you get more of the sense of love and like ultimate sacrifice for things that were loved.
Seraphe has lost people in the past.
No,
Oh,
no,
Snaggle did.
not to my knowledge. I did the leaving.
Oh? Where Seraphe leaves from?
My family.
Oh.
They wanted
Snaggle's
me to do
family
something
got
I didn't
eaten.
want to do. Got eaten?
Yes. What'd you say?
Oh. They wanted me to do something I didn't want to do, so I left.
Oh. What they want you to do?
It's nothing.
Oh. Was enough to make leave.
Yeah. It's in the past.
Oh.
But it turns out it wasn't as bad as what I thought it was.
Oh? How she knows this?
I just know.
Oh.
You know, newts,
Oh.
they talk.
Yes. Newts talk very much.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Lucian, as part of you using your sight beyond sight
Yep.
and connecting with the, with the energies in this chamber, it is topped off your basically you have a topped off ether that you can burn that will spend down.
Okay. I literally have only one spot left to fill, but I'll click it.
Well, so instead of doing that, you might want to just
Note that
make
I've
a
got a
note
freebie.
somewhere that you have 10 that you can just use.
Oh shit! I have 10 I can use. Damn, that's huge.
Ooh.
In addition, you can also tap into the construct that Hope is working on.
Okay.
Unless he decides he wants to do something else with it.
So I can tap into 10 safely. Can I tap into more if I'm unsafe?
Always. So
Wow. What can I attempt to absorb?
excuse me?
What can I attempt to absorb? What if I'm willing to risk my body and mind, what can I try here?
Oh.
Well, what is the result you're looking for?
I want to basically see if I can suffuse myself with as much ether. We're about to go into some
Oh yeah, well
dangerous
that's
place.
basically you are right now. That's why you have an extra 10 that you can just use.
Okay.
But,
All right, noted. I was willing to go crazy to see if I could push it further.
well, you like I said, you see if you can absorb more of what's here.
Yeah. Yes.
I'll allow you to try, but it's going to be a feat of your body as much as your mind.
Like, are we talking might or are we talking grit?
You know what? We'll go with grit. Actually, you know what?
I mean-
We'll just go with grit.
Right, grit is only 1 point better, but it's a 0 as opposed to a -1. No, that's going to be an 8.
Okay. So with I'll give you can take another 5.
Okay.
But you take 2 wounds. As you feel you feel a little bloated.
I'll say my twitch is a little bit more pronounced at the moment.
You're like vibrating with energy.
Damn, Hope, I mean, damn, Lucy, I ain't think feeding you all the Zeta would make you all jittery like that.
We're likely, as you said, to go to our doom. Why not take a little bit extra with us?
Whoo, my man.
So Hope, the construct you've just made, you can use it to allow Lucian the power off of it later, or you can come up with some ideas of your own if you want to hold on to it, or I mean, or on the fly, you're like, I want to try this. Feel free to shoot things out there.
By construct, are you talking like D&D humanoid?
No, no,
construct,
like
or just
you've made a battery. You basically made a battery that's holding magic right now.
It's a backpack.
Oh.
I made a giant. Wait, you remember? Oh, dang it! Jesus Christ!
While you're trying to get your sentence, Dave, was your pun intended? Shoot those ideas out there.
Sure,
Artificer uses
it
guns.
is now.
So, basically, it's basically a proton pack I made for Lucian. There
Okay.
you go, buddy. Drink deep.
Or I mean, you could actually use it too because you can spend Ether. So
If I have time, I'll make two proton packs, untested. Strap them on our backs.
you'll get one, but if you decided to use it for yourself, instead of doing a 3-to-1, it'll be a 2-to-1.
You know what, buddy? There you go. I just give him the proton pack, the ether pack. You know.
Well, thank you.
So
I hope
is
you-
anyone else going to drink from the pond, the pool?
Oh, is there time?
Yeah,
for
why
the
not?
I mean, well,
Swag
Snaggle
swig?
just did it. He said it was really good, but it healed him, but made him sad.
Yeah, I'll snag a swig.
All right, give me a will or a might.
Oh,
Test your might.
the the things that I am not particularly fantastic. I'll do a will. I got a plus uno in that now, so I'll definitely do that.
It's going to be a 9 for me, sir.
Same thing. Your wounds heal, but you feel a little sad.
Do I
For-
keep the 2 that are because of Aether, or do all of them heal?
No, they all heal.
Alright,
I'm
I'm
still
trying
jittery,
to.
though.
Alright, I'm trying to turn Bum Kiss into success. If I was to add everything up I had right now, it'd be an astounding 3.
Oh snap!
But
You drop one. Did you drop trip ones?
no. I have a +1 in will.
Mhm.
It plus karma. I mean, good karma and neutral karma is showing Unos. Now I have a F load of Aether and talent.
Mhm.
I don't think you can burn
I can't
them
turn
to
this
change
off?
your dice rolls.
all right. Well then, tell me what happens, good sir.
All right. Let me
Double
check.
snake eyes.
Nope. Oh
Put
well,
in
that's
neutral.
gonna be you're gonna gain corruption.
Okay. Well, I've been adding them like it's going out of style, so no worries here.
Yeah, you're definitely good at that. Let's see. But you
This is
did
my-
ask what you can do, spend stuff on. Well, the only thing that would be applicable here is if you wanted to spend 5 talent to edit the scene.
Brother, I don't think there's enough talent in this world to make this good for me. Like, as much as I want to spin this to make it sense, I don't think there's anything that Snake Eyes can do for me. So just let me know what happens.
All right.
Oh, you're dead.
So you drink
Oh,
too
shit.
deeply of the psychic echoes, and you heal half of any wounds that you had.
Nice.
But you also just have a bad feeling about what's to come. You can take a -1 forward.
Okay.
All
So,
right.
Lucian drinks deeply of this pool, and as he does so, like he begins just kind of like whispering and mumbling under his breath. Um, and it's if you like get close enough to hear what he's talking about, it's like a litany of what he knows of uh Dr. Lucy's like chronological events
Mhm.
of importance on what he knows has happened, and like kind of like keeps looping back and forth, um, trying to figure out like what is he missing, where did she go.
And does Serafe drink as well?
No, I did not.
Okay. And then you guys kind of notice there's another archway out of here that you don't remember seeing before. Matter of fact, you did not see it before.
I was just about to ask that. So.
No,
Just
didn't
kind of
you say
appeared.
that? Didn't you say that like the other creatures didn't perceive that this place existed? So perhaps they
Correct.
didn't see the archway in, which would make sense why we didn't see the archway out.
Interesting.
Did
Maybe.
it take one of us drinking to notice the archway? Was it a time situation, or was it merely a manifestation of itself? Like Lucian's actually asking all of this out loud.
Hope just responds, yes.
Yes to which? Yes to all?
Or maybe somebody's trying to help.
Maybe this
What
scary
thing
place.
out there would be choosing to help us in the center of all of this madness?
A benevolent god that might be removed and only able to help on this plane?
Benevolent God. What fantasy world do you think we live in?
I mean, our guide Marcus seemed to be benevolent enough to get us this far.
Yes, but he's no god.
Of
He is
course
merely
not.
hoping that we manage to be successful and can aid him in getting back to proper reality.
Of course, but the original question was not what God, who would help us. There's a little bit of, no pun to take in its own name, hope and everything.
Well, little one, do you wish to continue making sure the way is safe?
Ye. Snaggle make sure no traps.
All right, so Snaggle
Thank you. I appreciate it.
takes up his position.
And hope makes sure there's no enemies as I follow right behind.
Yeah. So leaving the peaceful silence of the Chamber of Divinity feels like diving back into a freezing sea. The stabilized anchor vanishes behind you, and the cathedral's monstrous non-Euclidean geometry reasserts itself with a vengeance. You step into the gargantuan vertical rotunda where gravity has lost its mind. Hundreds of rugose stone staircases crisscross the void at oblique angles. Some lead to archways on the ceiling, others loop back onto themselves in infinite chaotic circles. You see your own shadows walking on the walls above you, and the weeping black oil drips upward towards the distant swirling vortex of the ceiling.
Can I try something weird? Snaggle wants to follow his nose.
Okay.
Because
Sam?
if this place is disorienting my vision, right? He wants to smell for where there are other people. Like, he's gotten a good whiff of pips for sure. I'm not sure if tracking by scent is something kobolds can do in this world, but given their beastly nature, I would imagine they're most likely to, out of all the races.
Well, let me introduce you to Beastkin. But that being said, so you close your eyes and try and center yourself to get a bearing. breathing in deeply through your protruded snout. Give me a grit check or intellect.
Okay. 5, 6, 2. Okay. So 11 plus 1, 12.
All right. So it's not so much that you are tracking by scent per se, but you take a moment to center yourself and center your senses. So the rest of you, what you see is Snaggle begins walking up staircases that go up the walls and kind of wrap around. And you kind of see him all over the room before he finally reappears at the top, standing in an archway.
What in the
And
MC Escher?
from your perspective, Snaggle, all you did is kind of like focus your eyes forward on your feet and kind of like zoned out on everything else, and just kind of blanked out anything beyond your peripheral, and kind of just shut it down. So like gave yourself like tunnel vision to make it make sense.
Okay. So then Snaggle will... Can I see them?
Yes, they're like down there, and you're like on the ceiling in a archway looking down. It looks like you should either they should be falling towards you or you should be falling towards them. You're not entirely sure.
Okay.
Needs clear mind. Focus on feet. 1 foot in front of other.
How high up is Snaggle?
He's like
And you
40
thought
feet
my-
in the air.
I'm gonna look at Lucian and say, and you thought my idea was strange.
Well, we have to learn to trust each other, right? So I will follow the kobold, mastering my will that I can see what he's doing, and I will do the same.
For shiggles, for lack of better terminology, I would like to be like, hey, Snaggles, catch me, as I kind of like jump up and try to like tell him to hold my hand to see what happens. I don't know.
He's a little kobold. You're an artificer carrying out a whole bunch of metal and stuff. Pull him off the wall.
I mean, maybe
Well,
his
he's
gravity's
well out of
strong.
reach.
Okay.
If
I
you
try to-
started falling, I was going to place a snack to catch you.
That would have been wild to be like, look, I don't know.
A
maybe just
yogurt.
Stop.
Exactly.
A yogurt. Jesus Christ, rub it in.
Found one more.
It just would have been wild if we like touched hands and got stuck in the air with each other. That'd be dope. But yeah.
What did you get? What did you get, Ted, for Lucian?
Will?
You can go will or grit. I mean intellect or grit.
Okay. Either way. So that is a 12 with doubles.
12 with doubles. Okay, so you get
Talent, right?
2 talent. And actually both you and Snaggle have a +1 forward going forward.
Yay!
Okay.
Gonna lock it in as well and use intelligent to do this
Alright.
after I get done messing around with Snaggling, jumping around like an idiot. Not terrible, but I with the minus, so 6 plus 1, the -1, so that's 6, 7, 8, 9 for intellect. So I have a -1 on the neutral karma, so that just cancels out.
All right, so
The neutral is called the Aether die.
Aether die. Okay.
yeah.
You got your talent die, your Aether die, and your corruption die.
Got it. Forgive me if I don't remember, but I'm gonna try my.
No worries. It's literally written on the character sheet with your meters.
Well, yeah, that's the easiest way to know. It corresponds with that.
That's
But anyway,
why they're that colors. Okay.
Exactly.
yeah, they're color coded to the dice. So the non-Euclidean perspective causes a severe bout of vertigo. You make it across, yeah, but you're gonna take 1 insanity.
Oh shit! Nice. You're all kinds of tripping.
Hey man, it happens, man. I'm just racking up check marks all over this place.
Isn't that what it's for? I mean, we're in session 10. We've only got 2 or 3 left.
Eh?
So Snaggle
While
went,
you still can.
then Lucian went, and Hope was like, "Oh, I got this," and then you got there, but you're like, "Oh, I don't know that I have this."
Right.
What about Sarah Faye?
The only thing. That...
Go ahead.
Oh, I was about to say the only thing I'm banking off of with these goofy things that I'm collecting is I do have the human ability Shake It Off, so once per scene, I'll remove either Aether, Corruption, Insanity, or Wound, depending on what I choose. But beyond that, you know, I'm just like, alright, well, now I have to choose. But please continue.
I would have followed when Lucian went. And I have a 14. So we're good.
All right, so you
No
can
double.
also take a +1 forward.
So you got here and understand how you got here.
I mean, I kind of accepted that this place is just, we're not going to be able to understand it.
I got here, and by the time I got here, vomit like, off to the side.
So as you guys kind of arrive at the other side of when you look at the other side of the archway, you actually realize that you are in the upper chamber of the center of the cathedral. So the impossible staircases finally terminate at a jagged monolithic archway that opens onto a high balcony overlooking the cathedral's heart. You're standing hundreds of feet above the floor of the inner sanctum, sheltered by the shadows of cyclopean pillars that pulse with the rhythm of a dying heart. Below you, the ritual has reached its terrifying zenith. The high altar is bathed in blinding, blasphemous green light emanating the fungus doll clutched in Pip's hands. The little girl lies at the center of the monstrous geometric circle, her eyes wide, reflecting the swirling vortex of purple and green that has funneled down through the stained glass dome. Standing over her is the preacher, his voice no longer human, but a chaotic roar that harmonizes with the void. He is surrounded by 13 cultists, their bodies jerking in decadent ecstasy as they chant the final verse of the song. But it's the guardians that stop your breath. Flanking the altar are 2 void creatures, towering, undulating mounds of flesh and eyes, their slimy tentacles trailing across the stone like living oil. They look up, their many eyes fixating at the vortex above, at the veil that is thinning as the other place is beginning to spill through. The mirror alignment is vibrating with a high-pitched whine. The void is open. The preacher is waiting. How are you guys going to do this?
Is Pips restrained at all?
Yeah, she is like her ankles and her wrists are bound on a stones and attached to a stone slab.
Okay.
Basically looks like a child-sized coffin.
Okay. So Snaggle will look to the others and say,
Snaggle can free Pips if everyone else distracts others.
You need a distraction, you said.
Are there any big rocks I can try to pick up and just like smash into people?
I was gonna. My distraction was to start blowing off my shotgun in the air. Bang, bang! What's up, y'all? Look at me.
There seems to be like a bunch of pedestals with stone that is the same as the cathedral carved into bizarre shapes. And some of them, when you look at them, they're hard to look at. Like it's hard to focus on them. They look out of focus and kind of a little bit blurry when you look at them.
I can pick up something that weighs up to 200 pounds.
Yeah, so you could probably grab one of those little effigies, maybe even one of the pedestals themselves.
I won't like pick it up until like somebody gives me the nod, but I'll like point at a rock.
If you're fine, can the shotgun in the air be the nod?
Yeah, sure.
So,
Lucien wanna do anything or prepare something?
I have something I want to do.
Sure.
So I don't know whether this is feasible. So I have taken dark ether to be able to spend corruption when I use my magic.
okay.
Am I able to use the dagger?
Oh, okay.
And spend or burn corruption, take on corruption to add additional targets?
You can spend corruption and ether the same way you spend talent. You burn them; they all burn the same. The only difference is
I don't. None of my powers allow me to select an additional target. Is what I'm saying. So
it's under the generic moves.
Ah, okay. I don't have that here. Back here. Nope, not there.
So,
Which because you're spending an ether in addition to corruption, you're going to be able to expend it out, and also technically normally targets would have to be adjacent, but because you're using ether, that's not necessarily going to be a concern for you. It's just if you want to spend or not.
So while they're figuring out the distraction, I'm under the impression they are distracting. So I want to try to hide and move sneakily if possible.
Okay. All right. So Snaggle begins looking for a way to stalk down towards Pips undetected. Lucien begins gathering ether and corruption, as well as funneling his inner strength.
So.
Seraphe reaches out with her mind and grasps one of the pedestals that are made of stone and is just poised and waiting for the signal. Hope
Hope is cocking his Aether shotgun as one of the empty shells flies out, shoots 2 rounds in the air and says, "By all the Aether guys out there, you are all the sorry sons of bitches out here. Gee, by all that is good. Really? You choose a little girl, weak vessel, to be your host. Man, y'all are some pathetic pieces of garbage, aren't you?" And let the chaos happen.
All right, with that, things kick off. But I'm going to actually end early because we broke up the session. It's going to take a little bit of time. But we broke up the session last time, and this would have carried us right to the end right here. So, with that, the preacher raises his voice and looks up. The cultists look up, and the many eyes of these void horrors all peer up at Hope as he makes his proclamation and fires off his ether infused shotgun. With that, we will see where it all leads to next week, the gods willing, dark or otherwise. Thanks everyone for hanging out with us, and thanks for my players for playing, of course. And until next time, stay nerdy.
Stay nerdy.